big hammer cause pain. Okay. Oh! Well, glad I have this. I don't, screw these guys. All they ever have is weapons I don't need. I don't need throwing spears, I can just use the gun. It's just easier.
Now they found a way inside. And don't try and leave yourself around.
Gas bombs are kind of valuable. Okay, so he didn't even have time to throw his thing. That's funny. I have no idea what the voiceover guy said. Sorry, I was distracted by the combat. I really don't like when video games try to multitask between doing voiceover while gameplay happens. Because it's almost never a good idea to like try to split my attention. Especially when it's like hard to hear like thematically integrated echoey dialogue, and I'm like, dude, beating people to death right now? That's a bit distracting. Why do I have to have this good of a hacking skill? Helping is 7 slots. E-L-I-N-G, that'd be 5. Melting. M-E-L-I-N-G, that'd be 5. Hanging. There we go. One of the worst hacking minigames anyone has ever invented. It is actively trash, and I can't believe they kept it for this game after how bad it was in Fallout 3. It's just bad. The Tampico shows list. The Sierra Madre opens its doors to the world. The opening of our great casino and resort will feature a unique gala, showcasing artists of world renown. Miss Vera Keys, Mr. Dean Domino, Joey Baxter, and Wilfred the Wizard! Come join the grandest event in the history of the West. We welcome you to the best time of your life. Sincerely, the Sierra Madre's Management. Performance protocols. Performance preparations. Doors to the Tampico stage open. Hologram sentries on. Ambient audio on. Stage audio system off. Performance in progress. Doors to the Tampico stage closed. Hologram sentries off. Ambient audio systems off. Stage. Okay, so a bunch of things turn on and off in a way that's going to be hard to memorize. In case of emergency, sets the stage manager to override security protocols. Lobby security code. Got it, I guess. Urgent message for Mrs. E. Sains. Joey K. Lester, I'm on my way. I'll be right there, Eve. Just hide until I get there. Do whatever you need to, understand? I'm not going to let anything happen to you. Ooh. Everything exploded. There's smoke. Holograms are firing at people. We can't get out. John, please. Ooh. That was messages when things were actually going down. Where? Where? That's the, well, that's my light turned on. That's just a tile on the floor. That one's not breakable. Inconvenient. Nope. I've seen this minigame so little during this game. I'm not a lockpicker. I do like the lockpicking minigame way more than the hacking minigame, just because it is quick. You just fiddle with it a bit, and there's a little jiggly finesse to it of like trying to not snap it. And you always feel like you can kind of get away with it even when you can't, or something. It's also, God, just most importantly of all, short. The lockpicking minigame is basically incapable of taking a long time. Oh, well, I'm dead. Herc blah. Dean Domino. Is this really such a hard curtain that I can't go through it? The curtain acts as a wall. Let me up. Sorry, I can't hear you. You put a beeping device next to my ears at all times. Remember when you installed that, sir? It was you who did it. A key size at a Vera's. Boop. That's the backstage key.
Finally, a friendly face. Hey, partner, up here. In a bit of a predicament here. Had to duck backstage, take a powder. The audience is a little murderous tonight.
How'd you get up there?
No idea. Woke up here, thought I was dreaming for a second. Right back on the stage, the mic. Thought I was back at the Franz. Well, except no audience used to pack theaters back then. So, stepped up on the stage, checked things out. Then suddenly, holograms walked out of the wings. They started raising their hands to their heads, all creepy-like. Not a good sign.
Wait. What holograms? What are you talking about?
Look, those ghosts are going to come out of the wings behind you in a second. The security types, not the friendly, bald types. And if you got in here, the door's probably locked tight behind you, so don't back up or run for the exit. You're not going to make it. Trust me. As soon as you can, run to the door to the left. Use the key you got out of the music rag there and camp out. As bad as things are, it's going to get a lot worse if either of us pops. So get backstage until we get a better plan.
I feel like an integral part of the entire collar situation was supposed to be that they don't have like a range. Like any of us dying anywhere was supposed to kill us, seemingly. Like it's so weird that they let me kill. It's so weird that they let me kill Dog. Dean, the theater speakers are wired to a central sound system, right?
Yeah, so what? We got bigger problems with the holograms. No, wait. You're right. The theater piped music and sound backstage, which means those little squealers are in the corridors back there, too.
Calm down. Think. Do you know specifically where?
Let's see. Once you break right, watch each turn in the corridor. One will be on your right, past my dressing room, and up. Ooh, my dressing room. May have left the radio on, right by the table. If you could just shut it off instead of blowing it never mind. And there was a speaker in the prop room, too, on the wall between the entrances. And, well, walk slow. There's bound to be more.
That's the radios and speakers. What about the central sound system?
The speakers are all controlled by a central console. It's the farthest from the only door out of here, So you'd need to do a full circuit of the corridor to get to it. Once there, you'll need to shut it down, and I don't have the code. If you have the code, you can turn off all the speakers, make them settle down. Getting backstage should buy us time. Just take it slow.
Wait. I need to head to the door on your left or my left?
What? Oh, my left. Your right. So, yeah, run to the door on your right. Almost got you killed there. Us killed there.
It's so weird that he had like an omniscient understanding of what was happening, where he's like, okay, the security people are going to come in like 1 second now. I know this exactly when it's going to happen, and you got to use this key that you just got from inside of that music book that I never saw and I could not see from here. There's no way I know you have this key, but like this like I think it's a neat expansion in other ways, but this expansion does just have people sit down and just explain entire complex scenarios to you because they just didn't have a cleaner way to convey that stuff. Just like how at the beginning of the game, the hologram has to explain all of the new mechanics in one big marathon conversation. And here he's like, I'll just tell you what to do right now in this scenario, even though it requires me to have information I couldn't have. Yeah, but if I run, what about the security holograms?
One thing at a time, and buying time is what we need, all right? Think in the now. It'll sort itself out. I hope.
Anything else you can tell me that'd help? Anything?
Anything else? I've told you all I can think of. Now come on, get going.
This casino security system is pissing me off.
You are preaching to the choir. Sinclair and his security, don't even get me started. Those holograms... Look, just get rid of them, all right? Tried to slip off stage, then they all started changing color and raising their hands. Not a good sign.
We'll just save after that conversation's over so it doesn't happen again. Oh, here they come. Here comes my death. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Close. Okay. Ah. Hope nobody heard that. Still beeping.
Hey, you found my old room. It's a little small. And hey, watch the hands in there. I remember where I left everything.
Yeah, no, I'll just cop to it. I'm just taking all your shit. I'll take all of it. I don't give a shit. But I turned off your radio for you instead of blowing it up. Wow, I'm so nice. Can't read that. Hello, strange man. There are so many cash registers just scattered everywhere in increasingly strange places, and they're never empty. You'd think they'd be empty if they're not in like service locations. Oh, walked into the poop cloud.
Maybe I can shut down these ghosts using the stage manager's old terminal. Damn it. Well, so much for that idea.
Why do I feel like you're gonna make this worse for me, man? Stocking up on the good stuff. Okay. Gun. What I can sell? Shut up. Oh, it's not done.
Good.
Rude.
making real progress. Good. Look, that's Vera's room. So careful what you touch in there. Be respectful.
Where is it? Power of audio system. Status report. Okay, good. We're done. Okay. Good to have that behind us. Sexy sleepwear. Oh. Vera's master key. This one? That one? Yeah, that one opens. So now I can loop around to here. I don't see the hologram deleter yet. And you know, our master key doesn't work for that. Did she have a safe? Does her master key work on her safe? Okay, show her. There's no safe in her room. Well, at least the sound system's not going to be trying to blow me up now. So where are the hologram projectees? Is it you? Did you do it? How do you guys exist? Where is the hologram projector? They should be in line of sight of the hologram, because that's how holograms work, but the game's not following those rules. I forgot they're kind of slow to react, so you kind of can just run past them half the time. Played Dean Domino's holotape. I saw her yesterday. Would you like some copyright? Okay. Bad news for me. And good news for me. There's a ghoul? Oh, him. Are we not friends?
I run the show while you run the box office.
I like him. Why do I have to deal with him? Dean? Hello? They're like curtain controls somewhere? Like how... What am I doing here? What am I doing here? Can't sneak through there. What was I trying to accomplish here again? Like, and I got stuck in the details for a while there. Projector no longer responds. Head to the backstage. Maybe that one locked door now works or something? Oh, it just opens
Those
now.
electric ghosts aren't the kind of audience I like at the best of times. At least the ones in the villa had manners. Don't even know how I ended up here. Guess the casino still recognizes guests, even after all this time, huh? How's that for history?
Yeah, lucky us. Love getting shot at by pre-war ghosts.
Look, I'm more about the short goodbyes than long, thankful speeches. But I appreciate you bailing me out of a tight spot there, partner. I know you didn't do it out of the goodness of your heart. So let me give you something a little more practical. A way we both come out ahead.
What do you mean?
I'm not an idiot. I know the reason I'm in here now is because of the old guy. And you. And you're wearing a collar, so I trust you a little more than the old guy. He's more controlling than I'd like. Thing is, here's where being my partner pays off. See, I know how to get into the casino vault.
What do you mean?
There's a private elevator, Sinclair's elevator. It's up in the executive suites in Vera's room. Not a coincidence. Vera. She was my other partner before the bomb. Took some legwork. Some convincing made it happen.
How so?
Sinclair was already puppy-eyed, so all I had to do was the introductions. She smiled, fluttered her eyes, showed a little leg. And he built this whole place for her. Made her the key to his vault, like a joke, 'cause of her name. Her fake Hollywood name. Except Sinclair didn't know I'd been there first. I could twist her whatever direction I wanted.
Go on.
All she had to do was get inside the Sierra Madre for the gala, then use her voice to open the door. After that, smooth sailing. Would have been the biggest heist in history. Sinclair left holding the bag. Ruined.
What happened?
The bomb. Vera got sealed in here. A few hundred years go by, give or take. Almost the end of the story. Then you came along. Now we finish the job. Rob the Sierra Madre, rip out its heart. Last chapter of Frederick Sinclair. Close the book.
I have trouble parsing the strangeness of this quest, where, like, he seemingly has sent dozens or hundreds of people to their deaths via this whole death thing, like, this sort of, like battle royale style, like, death game, where everyone's sent in to solve his problems for him, and then he eventually added the bomb collars to make them stop killing each other over the prize. So he seemingly has done this over and over again, right? And then after he does it over and over again, he then now this specific generation that I'm in, he sends me in with specifically, we have the lady with no voice, but then we have Dean Domino, the specific character that's here from the beginning of time. All right, just gotta ban this person real quick. Congratulations. All right. So we have this person who is the heist guy. Like, he did a pre-war attempted heist and has been around here this entire time. And we have Dog, which is the guy that's been gathering all of the people for these death games all along. And, like, the specific death game that happens to have the Wanderer in it, or the Courier in it, our protagonist, is the exact iteration of this game that happens to have Dean Domino and Dog in it. Like, two really important people that can only be sent in once. Like, that just feels weird, right? Like that makes sense. That's strange, right? Like, he's been throwing in randos, I guess, all along, and these people have just been around and have not been people to put in the game, but then suddenly they are in the game. I don't know. Like, it feels like the original conceit of this was more to have, like, he captured these people and decided to use them to his own ends, and that was the original premise. And so they wanted to just have me and these, like, lore important characters all get thrown in for the story and have that story be interesting. So they had to be characters that had some kind of cool tie to things so that they'd be compelling people. But then they realized that they needed to have, like, tutorial messages everywhere, or like little, like, they wanted to have environmental storytelling and like have some element of like, oh, this has happened before. So they then like grafted on awkwardly the idea that he's apparently done this over and over again with other people before getting to us, which is just weird to me. Like, that's because, yeah, like, what, I just said, what were these people doing all along instead of being in the Get Death game, and why did he suddenly incorporate Dean Domino and Dog into the, not only into it, but in the same generation of the Death game at the same time? Was this the big one he's been practicing for? In which case, why is he mixing in these super important characters to the setting and story and so on with me, some guy that got captured all the way in Nevada, which might not even be where we are anymore? I just walked into a thing because I heard an audio log. So, like, why am I a rando? Because, like, me being a rando makes sense with all the other people being randos, but me being a rando makes less sense when mixed in with all the people that aren't randos. Like, they're just like, it's strange to me that the other people in my trio are so important to the story when it's supposed to be about this like functionally infinite series of just random disposable people until now. I don't know. What was your problem with Sinclair?
Problem? All high and mighty, lording it over everyone, acting so self-righteous, like nothing could touch him. He was the one with the problem. Never got mad at anything, nothing seemed to shake him. Even after his life kept getting dragged through the dirt. Always kept looking for the bright, shining future in everything. So I decided to take everything from him.
What did he do to you?
Do to me? What, weren't you listening? He thought he was better than me. Don't believe me? Look around. This big casino, this big colossal monument. Think it was for some woman? No. All ego, all self-righteous in lights, fit him perfect. Had to take him down a few pegs, bring him down to my level. Begin again? Some things you don't get up from. I was going to prove it.
So you're gonna prove it now? How?
I didn't know at first. Then the old man showed up. You showed up. Then that woman showed up, covered in scars. The one who makes all the hand signs, a little tight around the corners of her mouth. I put her in the clinic, tuned her like an instrument. If she heals up, it's not going to be her voice speaking anymore. That is, if the Sierra Madre didn't get her. If it did, well, there's enough of Vera around for me to spend a few years piecing a book together.
And if she is alive?
Then she can make some beautiful music. I'm not banking on it. So here's the short of it. Piece together Little Miss Viriki's song in the right order. Sierra Madre opens its legs, we're in business.
Do you have to describe the vault as if you're going to have sex with it? Alright, I'll head out and see what I can do on my end.
Go! Knock yourself out. I'm just going to catch my breath a bit. That performance, well, more pressure than I was expecting.
You didn't do anything. I did all the work. Wow, we're getting chunks of experience right now. This terminal's broken, but it also requires a key. What does that mean? Oh, he's just been standing in this stairwell the whole time. He doesn't even get to have, like, a room. That's rough. He's just next to this, like, popping and arcing console right here. It's kind of rough. Alright, well, I haven't killed him this time. That's a bit less than usual. Alright.